My husband purchased this lockable roof rack for my Honda 2025 CR-V, and in this video he's going to show you the steps to install it.
So these are the crossbars that I mounted. They're aftermarket crossbars I mounted to this CR-V so that we can attach a ski rack or a basket or a snowboard rack. As you can see, I'm putting together the rear crossbar. I've already put the front crossbar on the car, it's already mounted. But there's a few steps that need to be taken before you can get to the point where you can even mount it on the car, and that means you have to put the side brackets on. Before you put the side bracket on, I have to put this little foam rubber pad on the end of it, which will go between the existing rail in the car and the bracket itself. And then you can mount the bracket to the crossbar, and there's two little Allen screws here that you'll mount on, but don't tighten them down. As you can see, it moves back and forth, so I can adjust it when I get the crossbar on top of the car. You back out these screws. Tighten them down just lightly so that you can still make the adjustment. So on the crossbar, it tells you what direction the crossbar needs to go. Also, you need to understand that in this particular set of crossbars, the rear bar is shorter than the front bar, but it does tell you what direction it goes and which side. You can see this is the left side bracket, and this is the right side bracket, and this is the shorter rear crossbar. So I'm just removing the plugs that are on the existing rail of this CR-V, and all they do is protect the threads that are already built into the existing rail so that I can mount the crossbar with the Allen bolts that come with the kit. Thing on this side, I'm just removing the plugs that protect the threads in the existing roof-mounted rails that come with the car. I need to get these screws into the rail, but through the bracket, and it's underneath here, and it's a little bit tricky, but can be done. There we go. And I like to use this here. Get it started. So these bolts here, this one and this one here, those are bolts that screw the bracket into the rail of the car. These bolts up here, once I put this other bracket piece on, the lock that prevents people from stealing the crossbars, these bolts right here, those need to be tightened up, which tightens the crossbar to the bracket itself. So this piece mounts on the underside of the bracket, and it protects the two bolts that hold the bracket to the rails from being accessed by somebody who wants to try to steal your crossbars. And it simply mounts on the underside here like this, and this screw right here goes in here, and it just tightens. And it holds that plastic piece in place, just like this. So once this bottom plastic piece is screwed on to protect the bolts that screw the bracket into the rail, you put your locking cover on, which simply mounts on here. Got to make sure it's open for it to fit properly. And when it is, fits real snug, keys in. And now you'd have to use a screwdriver to try to get this bracket piece off in order to get the bolts out in order to steal your cross rails. And that's it.